happened. I'll stand my ground because if I am wrong, that's another thing. Because I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. To cook, just if they burn you well, like doesn't make sense.
I know a lot of people. I know you have been waiting for, not just you, a lot of people have been waiting for this young lady called Imissi's reaction to the entire fight from yesterday. And she has reacted. However, let's talk about it as well as some other matters.
If you say true to yourself, then that's all that matters. All these things that's going on, and then people are doing worse. It's crazy.
I think my first question to you will be, how are you? I know a lot of you must have woken up to see the drama that happened between Thursday and Friday in Big Brother's house. Even Big Brother is still recovering from all of this drama. And it's very interesting to see that somehow people have now narrowed down the fight to just facing a particular housemate, which is Emissia, and it's quite funny to see. However, on this episode, I'll be talking about the whole Emissi's reaction to the fight, as well as Housemate's treatment of Emissia. And then I would also like to talk about this lady called Dede. She's an underdog that I think that people are not paying attention to, as well as probably some housemates. So stay with me. First of all, guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please do subscribe, and of course, drop your comments. Let's have a conversation. So from last night, remember that Big Brother called Emissia at the point where it felt like, her Yoruba language was getting overboard. And I was scared, like I said in my last video. I wasn't sure if this lady was going to come back. But later on, she comes back inside, sleeps, wakes up, and she's with the housemates. And I kept on watching her throughout the day until she was able to have a conversation with Faith, because every other person was trying to avoid her in one way or the other, or probably just minding their own business. Because trust me, the housemates are facing their own problems, and I will explain to you why. So of course the housemates are focused on their wager, which is in a few hours, and they are just like still side talks here and there, but they are focused on their wager, right? So I could see Faith, who we all know has always been talking to Emissia. I mean, they kind of like have a friendship, while some people think that she's forcing herself on him. Story for another day. He was talking to her about the whole thing and what actually happened, and she was like, if this kind of thing had happened outside, definitely should have shown them her true colors. And then she went on to say that she was called to the diary room. I think somebody was there to talk to her, to calm her down, all of that. And then Faith was like, he believes that there is more to her than just what it is, and he feels that she can always express herself in a better way. Now, while I remember yesterday that it was Ruboy that spoke to her and said something about the pots not being washed or something, she has to wash the pots. She said that he said if they burn you well, don't wash the pot, that kind of thing. And she felt very insulted by it because never has she not washed the pot. However, I think that maybe there has been rumors or reports about housemates that do not keep the kitchen utensils clean and all of that. So she just felt insulted, and Faith kept on telling her, babe, whatever it is, you can always express yourself in a better way. Now, I want to quickly look at the reactions of people to this lady called Emissia. First of all, I understand everyone that, she might be different from every other person based on background and the way she is. But guys, I think that variety is the spice of life, and that's the reason that she is on the show. Some people even claim that she's currently being bullied because nobody wants to have anything to do with her. But I think that this lady called Emissia is so strong that she can really handle her own by herself, right? However, even though it's a competition and everyone is on their own, I still think that sometimes it's good for you to have one or two persons in your corner to talk to, hence she has Faith. So I know that people are still talking about the whole thing, but I really want us to remember that the fight that happened yesterday was not about Emissia. It was majorly about food, which has been a big problem in Big Brother's house so far. It started with Tega and Denari, moved over to Jason J, and then focused on Mensan, and then the focus moved from Mensan versus Telma, went on to Imisi and then Ruboy. And before then, Ruboy was already in his feelings, right? So I don't want us to like focus on just Imisi, even though it felt like Imisi was like the climax of everything, and that was how the whole drama died down. It involved everybody, and tensions are still flying left, right, and center. So let me know what you think about the whole Imisi situation in the comment section. After she was done speaking with Faith, she went back to her seat and she was crying. And I can understand that she could be scared, she could feel alone, she could feel like, if I was really outside, this guy would have collected. Like all these things that people are trying to like control within me would have been different. But I hope that at the end of the day, every housemate comes out refined from the way they were before. Now, moving away from Emissia, let's quickly talk about this underdog called Dede.
I don't lie. It's not like you do anything. No.
So immediately after the pool party yesterday, Kola, like I said, has been trying his best to talk to Dede and finally got the opportunity to. So he just quickly laid down his cards on the table, said, Dede, I really like you, I'm attracted to you, there's a third party. She was just looking at him. And for all those who watched this girl talk to Kola yesterday, I felt for Kola because she just kept on saying, she was so distracted, she wasn't paying attention, and Kola was always trying to like get her attention, but the girl was like, okay, I hear you, all right, no problem. And then she had to quickly like address it. First, she said that number one, see, this big brother's house that we are in, it's not a real place. And then secondly, like I really do not relate with people like that, and the person that I vibe with are Dede and of course Jason. And if you see me talking to Jason, we are just talking on the surface level. And he was like, are you sure? So what do you think is gonna happen to us? She was like, you already know I have a serious relationship outside. There are certain boundaries I do not want to cross. Like this girl was so direct. I don't think she was so direct. She was like, I already have somebody outside. I'm not interested in any relationship here. I don't want to see how it goes. If you want to be my friend, that's all well and good, but we can't really be talking about deep stuff, maybe surface stuff. And I don't want you to start getting the wrong ideas tomorrow when you come and be telling me that, oh, you've been showing me affection and then I'm not reciprocating. I need you to understand right now that I am not interested in any relationship. Kola was there. People were screaming, Kola, stand up. Boys were shouting, brotherly. Kola was still there talking, and the girl was just talking and saying her own things, right? And I kind of like realized that this girl is good. She's good at what she's doing. Whether or not she has a serious relationship outside, I can't say. But this girl is playing her cards so well. She is invincible yet visible. She's not powerful yet powerful in that house. I mean, she was being able to control two men, Jason and Kola. And I think for the longest, Kola will keep on begging. Kola will keep on trying to be around her. Remember that Kola also has an agenda, like using people's game to play them or using people's games to play his game. So I can't even trust his feelings or his attraction, right? But I think that somehow Dede is ahead of a lot of people and she is well in the game. And she's somebody that people do not really notice, but I think that this girl is that strong. Now, still after the pool party, there was still drama about the whole Kola and Dede situation where Doris was speaking with Sabrina, and she was talking about how there was the whole situation with Dede and she tried to like remove herself from the whole thing, but it feels like Kola wants to eat his cake and have it, and she's not really interested in that kind of thing. So she kind of like tried to talk to him and say, see, where do you stand? But he's standing here and standing there. So Doris was telling Sabrina a lot of things, and Sabrina was like, wow, I didn't really know. I really thought that maybe, there was a miscommunication. Maybe you liked him a particular way. And she was like, no, it's not really like that. The guy is trying to get somebody else.
So you won't believe it. The audio went off and I didn't know and I had to rush to work. But I will have to quickly finish up on my story, like the updates on Big Brother. So of course we had Doris and Sabrina talking, and then Doris was like, in totality, she wants to just leave the situation. She's not going to be there anymore. Whatever Kola wants to do, let him do it. And I feel like this will not be the end of the story of Kola and Jason J and Dede and Doris herself. But I guess we're going to find out. Another ship that had the conversation after the pool party yesterday will be that of Gigi, Jasmine, and Victory.
I trust you. I'm in a relationship with you, not with her.
Guys, before I said that they were taking a break because, of course, Victory said they wanted to take a break, right? But this time, Gigi came to him and she was like, she's noticing that there's a certain girl, I think Joanna, who has been like throwing herself at him, like she's sitting down on his lap and all of that, and she's not comfortable with it. She now went on to ask Victory that, okay, I understand that we're trying to like patch things up, things are weird between us, but how would you feel if I was like sitting on another guy's lap? And Victory was like, oh, I would not like it, I would not like it. And she was like, exactly, like you should respect me the way I would respect you. And then she says that the next time she sees such situation, like she's literally out of the relationship. I was like, ha, okay, girl power. And then Victory was like, yeah, I hear you. Like I said before, I think that Victory just wants to like go around, but I don't think that Gigi is the kind of girl that would like or entertain that. So let's see how that happens. Now, last but not the least, before I leave, right, the another drama that happened after the pool party will be that of Isabella and Koinkumi.
I'm not your second option or second choice.
It's not like you're the second option.
Remember, Isabella was talking about the fact that she was going to talk to Koinkumi about their relationship. So this lady calls Koinkumi to the side and she's like, what exactly is going on? Where do they stand? And then Koinkumi was revealing that, okay, when he first came into the house, he had two interests. That's herself, Isabella, and another lady. And she was like, okay. And he said that the second lady did not give him the opportunity to get to know her. And because of that, she just likes to like allow her be. So Isabella was like, does that now mean that I am a second option? Even me, I was like, Koinkumi said, no, I don't think so, all these kind of things. During the response, that's when Koinkumi now revealed that Isabella was the one that made the first move on him. And in as much as this may not have been an issue for me, I feel like the fact that he mentioned it while they were having disagreements is kind of unsettling, because tomorrow he could come and say, but I was on my own, you came to come and talk to me. I do not think that the whole drama with Isabella and Koinkumi is over yet. However, that's like a little update about her promise to have a conversation with Koinkumi. So guys, let me know what you think about Emissia in the comment section, the housemates and their game. I really do hope that they do win their wager. I got you more right here on this channel. Till then, remember to enjoy every moment.